guys, it's Sydney. Welcome back to my channel. So tonight I wanted to do a little impromptu makeup declutter inventory video for you. I really want to reorganize and declutter my bathroom. I figured the best place for me to start with that was going through all of my makeup, but I also have been on a makeup buying kick recently, and I realized that I don't really know what I have in my collection right now. So I really wanted to go through and do a sort of makeup inventory, just see what I had. Also just do a declutter because I know some of the stuff is old and I know some of the stuff I just never use. I'm gonna lay out all of my makeup and get it organized for you guys, then just go from there. So the first thing I'm gonna do is unpack this little organizer here. This is my kind of everyday makeup drawer. Pretty much all of the stuff that I pretty regularly use. So this stuff I know pretty well. So I'm gonna unpack it and hopefully just put it by like type of thing. So then I have this makeup bag and I've stuck some masks in here, but I really want to keep those in a separate place. And this bag just holds like the rest of my makeup, so it's the stuff that I'm not really using very often. I have all my lips in here. It was maybe organized at one point, but it's really not. So let me empty out that as well. Okay, here it all is. It looks like so much, and I don't think of myself as being someone who like owns a lot of makeup, so it's weird to like see it all out together. So I have it organized like powder foundations and setting powders here. I have my like bronzer palette, highlighting palette, blushes, foundation, primer, concealer. This is my one highlighter besides just the Illuminating palette, which doesn't even count as a highlighter. These are the eyeliners I have. This is just face paint from like a couple Halloweens ago, so I'll probably just keep that. These are brow products, mascaras. This is kind of all my eyeshadows, and then liquid lip products, pencil lip products, and stick lip products, and then these are my like lip care in that corner. So some of this stuff is really old. Some of these things were given to me for free when I like spent a certain amount at the e.l.f. store. They just like throw in a ton of free makeup when you hit a certain quota. At least they were doing that like every single time I went there for like 3 months in a row or something. So a lot of it is like weird free makeup that I got from e.l.f. Some of the free makeup from e.l.f. I actually use. Some of it I've never even tried, like the Baked Trio. Yeah, wow, I don't even know where to start. Well, I do know where to start. So these 4 eyeshadows were gifted to me from that like e.l.f. thing. But these are all like super trash eyeshadows. Like, they were clearly created just for the purpose of getting people to spend a certain amount of money, and I was spending that money anyways. I wasn't even trying to like win these like 4 eyeshadow like bonus. I remember putting them on my actual eyes and being like, what the heck? So these I'm gonna put aside. I don't want them. This eyeshadow palette is from e.l.f. and I was actually really liking this. I'm just not reaching for it though. Like, I just recently purchased this Wet n Wild palette, and now I don't want to reach for this one anymore, but I'll keep it because I was wearing it for a while and I think I'm just into warmer shades right now. Same thing with this. This was the only palette that I had for a really long time, and it is the like rose gold nude palette from e.l.f. I don't think they make it anymore, and this was like the only eyeshadow I was wearing for a really long time, and then I decided I wanted to get into more warm colors, so now I'm not even really wearing it, but I will keep it because these are like some solid palettes. This one I am conflicted about. This was another like freebie. This was a freebie as well. This is like a baked shadow palette, and I don't really understand baked eyeshadows. Maybe I just need to like research them a little bit more, but like this white shade is kind of the only shade in here that I use. I guess I'll keep this one because it is kind of different and interesting, but I don't know that I need to keep this one and this Baked Trio because I believe that there are just some repeats in here, so I'll probably get rid of this one since I have never used it. I could probably just like donate it since it's never been opened. These eyeshadow palettes, you can tell, are like of 5 million years old. This is a Covergirl palette. The white doesn't even exist in here anymore. I'll probably just get rid of that one. That one's really old and I've never reached for it. This is another Covergirl palette from a million years ago. And this one I was actually using as bronzer for the longest time. I would just like dip in kind of like all of the colors and put it on as like a bronzer contour, like right, like not even cute. I'm tempted to keep it, but I really never used it as eyeshadow, so I probably won't. That's the thing, is like I get so excited about newer makeup, and I'm gonna be using that more than my old weird makeup that I never reached for. So this is the Blue Eyes Almay trio. It's so old, it's like in like the old packaging. Like the new Blue Eye ones like have a different shape to the actual palette. I don't know, I don't really like these colors. Maybe I do. Well, let me hang on to it. I want to like look at all of my palettes open to make sure I don't have any like weird repeats of colors. I've never seen shadows like this before. It's like a loose shadow with a little like wand attached to it. Okay, I'll keep these. Now that I actually know that those are really nice, like toppers, because I've been looking for like a shimmery thing to like as an eye topper, and that's totally what these are. So I should move those up to my everyday drawer. This one, Urban Decay coin thing. I don't know what it is. It doesn't have any information on it. And it's totally broken, so I'm gonna get rid of that. This one I've been reaching for a lot recently, actually. It's a little Sephora single that I got also a million years ago. It's called Swimming Pool number 37, but it's just like a little blue eyeshadow, and like that's really pretty. This is another Sephora single, Wedding Day number 24. It's like it's got a lot of glitter in it. It's pretty chalky looking though. Wow. No, see, that's so pretty. See, why don't I use this? Yeah, so these are really gorgeous. I'm gonna keep that. This one I don't think I'm gonna keep. This is something I got from e.l.f. again as like a weird little freebie. It's a smudge pot. I feel like it swatches really pretty on my hand, but every time I've worn it on my eyes, it just feels like it's so heavy that it just creases. Like, that's so pretty. I have to go through it once just like swatching stuff, and then I have to go through it again actually putting it on my face, because I feel like I feel really differently about products once I'm actually like wearing them. So this is another blue from a million years ago. Stupid. How does that look with a brush? Oh, see, there's like nothing. No reason to keep that. Okay, so now that I kind of went through and picked out the ones that I know for sure I want to get rid of, I just want to open all of them up and like look at all the colors that I have. I feel like these are really redundant, but I like having this smaller one that's like a pretty complete eye look for if I was traveling. So I might keep both of them. It's good to like see all of these together, because if I am getting excited and wanting to buy more eyeshadows, I know I should really stay away from these type of like neutral pinky goldy tones. Just these three palettes together here look almost identical. This was a real like jump for me, even though this side basically looks exactly like, wow, I didn't even notice that. That's crazy. So if I am going to be buying another one, I want to make sure that I'm not buying anything in that range, because I have that already. Okay, so moving over here, I think I'm good here. I just have 3 foundations. I have this e.l.f. like BB cream, and then I got the e.l.f. Flawless Finish foundation, which is a lot thicker than this, but this one kind of made, like, it would make my skin kind of oily, but I do want to keep it because it is nice for those kind of like quick days when I want to just throw something on my face really easily. And if I want to put this foundation on, I really feel like I have to like take the time to really like apply it with a blender. And this one I haven't opened yet. It's the Fit Me Matte and Poreless, and I'm just waiting to use up this e.l.f. foundation first. Primer I only have one of. That's okay, that can stay. This is like a contour stick I only have one of, and these are my concealers. So obviously there's like a color correcting one, and then this Catrice Camouflage that is really great. I actually really like this, and I've been wearing it a lot. And then I have these 2 really old concealers that are like those like thick like lipstick tube concealers. I think I'm going to keep this slightly darker one, because that's something that I could use to actually cover up blemishes, and this one is too light for my skin, and I wouldn't want to use that under my eye because it's pretty heavy, so I'm going to get rid of this one. I only have one highlighter. It's the Mega Glow Halo. So this is this really old powder foundation. Oh, I think it's probably from Sephora, but I can't even tell. There's no cap on it, and I'm just going to get rid of it because I don't wear powder foundation. This is a mineral foundation with SPF of zinc from the company Bella Pierre. This was probably gifted to me a really long time ago, and I know it's a little yellow. I think I'm going to keep it because it is kind of cool to have a mineral foundation. I don't know why. These are like weird glow pearls that I've had forever. What do these even do? It's like a slight luminous skin, but it kind of makes me feel like I have jaundice. So brush on gold. Well, if you put it that way, I kind of want to keep it. Well, if it's technically a highlighter, not a powder, maybe I should keep it. Ugh, I hate everything. Face powder. I don't think I've ever used it once. This is the e.l.f. Under Eye Setting Powder. I will keep this because it is the only under eye setting powder I have. However, this CYO setting powder is so much better for under the eyes. Ugh. And then I have the Wet n Wild mattifying powder, which I almost exclusively use on my lips, which is weird. But I have a way of applying liquid lipstick that you like can set it with powder and it'll make it more matte and it'll last a little longer. So I keep that because it's like my lip powder, which sounds really weird. Oh, I'm not getting rid of anything. And in here, okay, so this one I used pretty seriously for a while. This is the e.l.f. Illuminating palette. I was using this to kind of set all over my face in different tones. So I would kind of set around my cheeks with the blushy tone and like under my eye with the lighter one and this like kind of dull grayer tone in the transition areas. But now that I actually have a setting powder, I don't really think I need to keep this. I don't think I'm gonna miss it. This is right now the only bronzer that I own, and I only use this shade here in the corner, and it's also a really small pan. Like this is the brush I use, so I kind of like try and like dig it in there. So I'm gonna use more. I have used quite a bit of it in that pan, but at some point hopefully I can get an actual like single bronzer that I really like that has a bigger pan. But I'm gonna keep this for now because I've been using it quite a bit. So down here I have all of my blushes. This is the blush that I use every day. It's the e.l.f. Studio Blush in Mellow Mauve. It's got like a weird pearlescent to it in the pan, but when you actually apply it on the skin, it doesn't have any pearlescent to it at all. So I'll keep this one, but then I have these three that I really don't think I need. I'm gonna keep one blush to have like a dark, nasty blush for some days when I need to be doing a dark, nasty blush. I'm gonna keep it. It's not that big. I don't have that much makeup in general. So eyeliners. This one is Jumbo Eye Crayon. It's from Sephora and it is in the color, well, I can't find the color on it. It's probably just been shaved down too much. But this is something that I would use as like a color underneath my eye, and actually I've been trying to get more into these jumbo pencils and I just ordered a couple of those. This is a similar deal. It's an eyeshadow, but it's silver, and that's kind of fun. So one of these eyeliners was awful, and I can't remember which one it was. I might have already gotten rid of it. Like this is the e.l.f. one. This is, and there's just nothing in it. This is literally just empty. Oh my gosh. And this is the Wet n Wild Color Icon. Yeah, the Wet n Wild one is just blacker, so I'm gonna keep that and get rid of the e.l.f. one. And then this is a white eyeliner. I don't know why I have a white eyeliner. This is the Maybelline like twin brows duo, so you like get two of the same brow pencil in one. And it's such a good product. I mean, it really doesn't budge, and it's great for filling in brows or drawing in your own brows, but it's just the wrong color for me because I think I got it in like a blonde. Even though I am blonde, the brows that I draw in are much darker. Like this is the color that I like to actually have on my brows. So this really is the perfect color. And then this is also a pomade type thing that I've used a couple times. Like that's kind of a good in-between. Smudges nicely. I feel like it'd be nice on the eyes. So maybe I'll keep this as like an eyeliner. And both of these things were, again, like weird free, like giveaway type things. So they're colors that I didn't really pick out, but I just kind of got stuck with them. But you know, honestly, they look really different in the pot, but they're not really applying very differently on the hand. So I guess I'll keep both and play around with them, because I might be using this one more as like an eyeliner because I don't have a brown eyeliner. This is another weird freebie thing. This is like a brow wax. It's just like a clear wax. This might work if you didn't have any brows, but I really need to use the brow mascara, which is my NYX Control Freak one that I use. And I love this stuff, and this is just like weird and doesn't work, so I'm gonna get rid of that. This is the new mascara I've been trying. It's the Covergirl So Lashy Blast Pro. It's got a really strange brush to it. It's got like a weird ball on the end of it. So I'm keeping this because it's new and it's what I've been using, but I do really want to get a different mascara that just has a more normal brush. And this is probably actually 10 years old, so I'm gonna get rid of that. I feel like I'm doing pretty well. I don't know. I mean, I don't have that much stuff to begin with. It does look like a lot when it's all here crowded together, but, you know, I feel like I don't have too many duplicates. Like, even keeping 2 blushes, like, one of them is a very different color. This is really the only situation that I'm, like, a little iffy about, because these 2 products I've had forever and I really have never used. But I just feel weird getting rid of them because I've never used them. So I'm gonna keep them, and then maybe I can work them into trying them out at some point. So these are the lip products that I pulled out of my kind of everyday drawer. So these 3 Wet n Wild lipsticks I just recently purchased. This one has very recently become my favorite shade. And I've been trying to get more into color recently, and this is like a really nice kind of colored nude almost. So this is in Bare It All in the Mega Last. This is one of their Wet n Wild just sticks. It's not one of their Mega Last matte ones, but it's this really pretty shimmery color that's very sheer, so my natural lip color kind of shows through and blends with it, and that looks really pretty. This one I really like how it looks in the tube, like a very kind of nude light pink. But I feel like when it applies on my lips, it turns more pink than peach. It changes color. Even just now, I like put it on my hand and was like, oh, that's not that bad. But then it really turns very pink. And I think the orange toned lipsticks just look better on me. I'm gonna keep it because I just bought it and I wanna play around with it a little bit more. This is another freebie that I got from e.l.f. It is their lipstick in Blushing Brown. And I almost never wear it that dark. So I'll do a really light once over on my lips because I do think it's very much too dark for me. I don't know. I don't know if I want to keep it because I do wear it a lot, but it doesn't really last on my lips because I have to apply it in a weird way because I'm not really in love with the color. This is one of the e.l.f. Beauty Shield lipsticks. This color I'm really obsessed with. It's this kind of like mauve, dusty purple. I think it looks really pretty, but this lipstick surprisingly is very, very drying, even though it's from their Beauty Shield line and it's supposed to have like a lot of vitamins or whatever in it. It's very, very drying. This, I guess, is a Wet n Wild lipstick that I had from a million years ago. So it's in Dark Wine. And I guess this is the dark red that I liked because it's was in my everyday drawer instead of down here in my other lipsticks that I have. So these ones are probably where I'm going to be doing more kind of paring down. Okay, well I have 3 of these like darker shades. And I think I'm just going to keep this one since this was in my everyday drawer. I clearly used it the most. So I'm going to get rid of these 2 darker ones that were a little more drying and a little patchy looking, and this one I think might actually have been my mother's lipstick. So then we have 1, 2, 3, 4 reds. I don't need to keep all of them. This is really the prettiest red in my opinion. I think I'm going to keep these 2 reds. The Revlon and then this like Rumaine. I'm going to get rid of this like super orangey one and the Kirkland one because that's just weird to me. But these are all of these ones here, and they are all very different, so I think I might just keep them all. The only one I might actually get rid of is just this e.l.f. Blushing Brown one, because I feel like that's an odd shade for me to have. I wouldn't pick this one out of the bunch, I don't think. And then moving over to lip pencils. This one I really love. This is basically the exact shade as my lips, and I love it because of that. This is another weird freebie that I got at some point. It's an e.l.f. line lip liner and blender. It's also a really good kind of natural color that I've been using just to line my lips with some of these more natural shades. And then I have this lip liner, which is this kind of berry color that I've been using with the darker berries, so I'll keep that one as well. This is this really old lip stain from Revlon, and it's really old. I'm gonna get rid of it. See, this is like a true kind of dark purple, and this is one I have for like kind of costumey makeup. And then I have 2 lip liners in this bright red, so I don't need both. So I'm gonna have to try these out, and the next time I wear a red lip, I'll choose one or the other and keep them because they don't look any different. They really just feel different, and this one feels kind of nicer to apply, but I wonder if it moves around more because it's a little more creamy. So I think that's fine for lip pencils to keep. And now I have my liquid lip products. This one is the NYX Liquid Suede in black. Again, more of like a kind of costumey makeup that I have worn out several times actually. So maybe it's not costume, it's just me being weird. But this is one of the NYX Lingerie liquid lipsticks in this kind of like purpley mauve, which actually I got this color to replace, but I'm still gonna keep it. This one's from Lime Crime. It is Red Velvet, just their super standard red. That's actually, wait, now I have a good point. Why am I keeping 2 red lipsticks if I have this one and this is the red lip that I would wear? I'm gonna just keep 1 red lipstick and then the Lime Crime liquid lip because that one is good and it lasts very well. Here's another liquid suede in this kind of darker, it's not quite the same as the other berries that I have, but it's similar. And then this is the NYX Soft Matte Lip Cream. See, this is what I would be wearing instead of that one. So I'm actually gonna get rid of this one as well because these are too similar for me. And this is the one I would reach for, not this one. So I'm gonna get rid of that one too. Oh my god, my hand is so sad. So then I have 2 lip glosses. One of them is this e.l.f. lip gloss, or lip lacquer, sorry, in Natural. I don't really wear lip glosses very often, but it kind of tones down a lot of colors to be a little bit more neutral because it has this pigment to it. So this one I actually do really like because of that. And then this one I just purchased recently. It's the Wet n Wild Lip Gloss Brilliant Mega Slicks. I don't know if I said that in the right order, but it's this like beautiful metallic. And it actually is very similar to this like lipstick that I have from Wet n Wild that I just purchased as well, but it's like really gorgeous. So I'm definitely keeping that one. Well, that's much better than it was. Well, I don't know. Maybe I should wash my hand and swatch all the ones I'm keeping. Ugh, okay, so I do have color repeats, but I don't have like texture and color repeats here. And actually now that these have dried down, they look very different. So that's okay with me. And these look very different as well to me at this point. This one dries really matte instantly. This one's more of a satin finish. And these ones look pretty similar still, so I think I'm going to keep them all because this doesn't seem that insane, and I'm sure that I can find kind of a time and place when I would be using all of them. So those are all of the lipsticks that I'm keeping, and you can see there's kind of these pairs of like the mauves, the bright reds, and the berries. So that's really reasonable. I feel like I had a lot more. This is like barely even makeup. I don't know why I have it out with all of this stuff. I saw a makeup inventory video at some point where you go through and like you kind of count how many lipsticks you have and how many of types of makeup you have of each thing. And I do feel like I am pretty good at having mostly one of every type of thing, and at least I don't have too many like repeats in terms of texture, like I said, or like type of product. I think even though I do have a small makeup collection, I like to kind of clear out the stuff that I'm really not using or that just kind of clutters the whole look of the collection. You know, it's like when you finally clear out your closet and then it's just the like 5 dresses that you actually like and you actually wear, and suddenly you're really excited to get dressed because everything that you see are just the things that you like. So I kind of wanted to do that here, and like I said before, get myself acquainted with what I have. Because I've been on this kind of makeup purchasing kick recently, I want to make sure that I actually have an idea of what I have in my collection before I start just buying repeats of things. Okay, so here is my entire makeup collection now organized. So this is my drawer organizer. It's obviously just for utensils, like for your kitchen drawer. It works fine for what I need it to do. It fits really well inside my drawer. So I organize it by kind of like liquid face products at the beginning. Then I move on to kind of powdered face products, and then I have eyeshadows and mascara, kind of color eye products, and then just the lipsticks that I've really been wearing go in the back. This is kind of the order of makeup that I'm definitely going to be wearing today to like, maybe it's not necessary. So I usually always wear some sort of like face makeup and a little bit of powder, but I don't necessarily always do colored eyes or lips, so it kind of moves back in priority of what I would be putting on. In here, I just cut up little pieces of cardboard to separate them for now, so I have lip products all in here, my little funny face paints at the side. In the middle, I have all of my eye color products, and then my face products at the side here. Put away like this, it really doesn't look like I have very much makeup at all. Spread out all over the table, it feels a little overwhelming, but I think I have a good balance of not having too many repeats of type of products. And I hope to keep it that way, even though I am getting excited about buying more types of products. So I'm trying to go about my collection like that, kind of seeing where I'm missing things, and that way I'm not just buying a whole bunch of repeats. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope that this was helpful and fun for you to watch, and it was definitely really informative for me. I feel like I feel really good about my makeup collection now, and I didn't necessarily feel great about my makeup collection before. I hope that this inspires you to go through your makeup collection so that you aren't purchasing stuff that you already have, and that you are just more familiar with the stuff that you already have. So even if you do have a small collection, it is always good to like get re-familiar with products. So if you know that it's there, you're going to use it more, and that's really what it's all about. You don't want to have stuff that you're not using. So thank you guys so much for watching, and click the subscribe button if you want to subscribe to me and see more kind of organizing, cleaning videos in the future, or some more makeup videos in the future. I do kind of a mishmash of things on my channel, so you get a little bit of everything. And hit the thumbs up button if you liked this video, and if you'd like to see more videos like this from me. And I will see you around. Thank you guys so much for watching. Bye-bye.